Greetings, friends. Imagine this. Napoleon Bonaparte achieves a decisive victory, reshaping the course of history forever. Europe under his rule, new borders, new world orders. What would our world look like today? Let's dive into this thrilling alternate reality together and explore whether this triumph would have been his ultimate glory or the start of new challenges for humanity. Ready? Let's get started. Imagine a foggy morning in June 1815, where the field of Waterloo is cloaked in an air of anticipation. It seemed as though history itself was holding its breath, waiting for an outcome that would change everything. How did he do it? The brilliant strategist used his ability to make quick decisions, devising a new plan that caught the Allies off guard. Instead of the usual frontal assaults, he employed deceptive maneuvers, misleading the enemy and catching the British and Prussian forces in their own miscalculations. The Allied field commanders were confused, and Napoleon's army moved so swiftly that their front crumbled. The victory at Waterloo became a moment that changed the course of history. Each day, former allies, fearful of his resurgence and drawn by his charisma and military might, returned to Napoleon's side. Europe once again trembled under his footsteps, and the ideas of the French Revolution, mixed with the emperor's personal ambitions, began to dominate the continent once more. But what came next? Napoleon announced a new order, a coalition of nations where rulers were not so much overthrown as they were controlled, compelled to adhere to the terms of peace dictated by the emperor. France flourished, becoming a center of trade, culture, and science. Paris was transformed into a city that eclipsed everything seen before. Grand projects were initiated. Bridges, canals, palaces, and the era was symbolized by a colossal, triumphal arch erected on the site of his great victory. However, the world under Napoleon's rule was not merely a beacon of art and progress. It was a world of strict discipline and complete control. The emperor's spies were present in every corner of Europe to prevent any conspiracy. Any signs of rebellion were crushed with unprecedented ruthlessness. The old nobility and monarchies formed secret alliances, seeking a way to reclaim their power. Some aristocrats hid in underground residences, discussing plans to restore their rights and freedoms. After his triumphant victory and restoration of control over Europe, Napoleon prioritized economic development. He created a network of infrastructure projects, including expanded canals, highways, and railways that facilitated trade and the rapid movement of goods. France became the economic engine of the continent, stimulating innovation and the Industrial Revolution through the encouragement of scientific research and inventions. Tax reforms that curbed corruption and simplified the tax collection system laid a sustainable foundation for the growth of small and medium-sized businesses. Napoleon also initiated a policy of protectionism that shielded French goods from foreign competition while actively promoting exports. Napoleon, after securing his dominance in Europe, would likely overhaul the military in several significant ways to maintain his power and adapt to changing political and technological landscapes. Here's how he might change the army: technological modernization, incorporation of new technology. Napoleon would push for the integration of the latest technological advancements. Early steam-powered vehicles, rifled artillery, and even the first experiments with telegraphs for communication could become standard components of his military. Research and development. Establish dedicated research institutions focusing on military innovations to keep the army technologically superior. Strategie 2. Unified command structure. Streamlined hierarchy. He would likely simplify the command structure, ensuring swift communication and decisive action. This would make the army more responsive and efficient during campaigns. Training academies. Establish elite military academies to train officers in both traditional and modern warfare, promoting strategic thinking and leadership. 3. Conscription and professionalism. Expanded conscription. He would extend and refine the existing conscription system to maintain a large, well-prepared force, while offering incentives to attract skilled volunteers. Professional Soldier Corps. Create a permanent core of professional soldiers who serve long-term, ensuring that seasoned veterans are always part of the forces. Murdas Triarm 4. Specialized units. Diversified corps. Introduce specialized units such as engineering brigades, reconnaissance troops equipped with advanced optics and maps, and elite cavalry adapted for rapid strategic movements. Guerrilla and counterinsurgency units. Acknowledge the need for smaller, adaptable forces that can handle uprisings and unconventional warfare, anticipating resistance from subjugated territories. Jurist 5. Logistics and supply chain improvements. Efficient supply lines. Focus on innovations to enhance supply chain management, possibly utilizing newly built railways and canals for rapid transport of troops and materials. Mobile field hospitals. Expand medical units to include mobile field hospitals for better soldier care, increasing morale and recovery rates. Rush 6. Tactical evolution. Combined arms strategy. Perfect a method of warfare where infantry, cavalry, and artillery operate seamlessly together, using drills and maneuvers that highlight coordinated attacks. Deceptive warfare. Enhance the use of deception, employing false intelligence, rapid feints, and dummy units to mislead opponents. 7. Global influence and training alliances. Allied military councils. Establish cooperative military training with allied nations, ensuring loyalty while sharing best practices. Expeditionary forces. Create units designed for overseas expeditions, enabling the projection of power beyond Europe. Use 8. Spying and intelligence. Military intelligence units. Form specialized units tasked with gathering intelligence, using spies and new communication technologies. Cipher Corps. Develop encrypted communication methods to secure military orders and outmaneuver enemy espionage. 9. Morale and propaganda. Inspiration and loyalty. Use propaganda to strengthen the loyalty of soldiers, highlighting Napoleon's victories and promoting a sense of pride and duty. Rewards for valor. Expand the use of medals and public recognition to reward exceptional service and acts of bravery. 10. Discipline and training. Stricter drills. Enforce rigorous training routines, incorporating lessons from past campaigns to ensure the army remains adaptable to new tactics. Cultural shift. Instill a culture of unwavering loyalty and strict discipline, making it clear that success and loyalty would be rewarded while failure or betrayal would not be tolerated. Overall, Napoleon's reformed army would be a blend of traditional military prowess, bolstered by cutting-edge technology, strategic ingenuity, and an emphasis on rapid mobilization and adaptability, maintaining his edge over potential rivals. In the end, what lesson can we draw from this alternate history? Perhaps even the greatest victories come with consequences far more complex than the battle itself. Triumph in one conflict does not guarantee peace or stability in the future. For Napoleon, the true struggle would not only be on battlefields, but in winning the hearts and minds of those he ruled, as even the most powerful empires rest on fragile foundations.